All right, guys, welcome to another evening, another stream, another match as we have a big one here in Division A. We have Minnesota's Finest versus Pickuppers. Minnesota Finest has been cruising thus far as they're 3-0, pretty much just demolishing everybody. Pickuppers sitting there in 1-1. They took over a squad that I believe was 0-1. I can't remember what the record was of the squad. Actually, yeah, they took over for Cosmos, so yeah. Took over an 0-1 squad. They're 1-0 so far in the league. They took out Primal GG, and this is their second matchup so far. So should be a really, really good one. Two teams, well, I guess Minnesota Finest is sitting in a pretty good spot here as they are getting set up for the playoff push. But Pickuppers with a win here would get themselves into that third spot for now. So we will see how it's going to work out. But so far, they've looked really, really good. And I'm excited to see how they compete. I haven't actually watched the Pickuppers play yet, but definitely excited to see what kind of potential they have. I think C2E I have seen play before. This squad overall is very, very solid. DJ, I think, is a name I also recall. Skunk as well. But this is going to be a really good battle, and we're going to hop right into it as we're going to a Gunrunner Hardpoint. All right, but hopefully everyone's having a good Wednesday night so far. Let's see here. All right, here we go. We're going to hop right into it here, guys. Should be a fun matchup. Can't wait for it. Got Minnesota Finest in blue, Pickuppers in red. We're going to hop on the Viper right away. He's been watching this outer void area. You see Minnesota Finest spawning on the bad side. Some shake shots already from Vipers. He's trying to get that kill. Julesy with first blood. It's time. He's going to find a couple. That's going to be 4 down in favor of Minnesota Finest as they absolutely fly right on through. Trying to get the spawns for P2 already. That's going to be C2E. He's going to get cut down mid-tracks, and BC is going to finally find somebody as Pickuppers finally get a kill. But trades finally going back and forth. The Pickuppers starting to get things going a little bit here. But a great start from Minnesota Finest as they have the early time thus far. Julesy 3-0, soaking up that hill time, I believe. BCM's going to try to at least take him out of the hill for now, but Julesy up to 5-0. He's going to take out like good hip fire there from BCM. A streak's going to come from behind. And even though Pickuppers does still have spawns, a great start here from Minnesota Finest as they have racked up a lot of time on a hill that it's generally very contest heavy. But now things are starting to slow down a little bit as you do see the push kind of switch sides here. You see Minnesota Finest pushing the water tower side. They do have 2 over there and also 3 mid-map. Skunk is in a spot here to try to shut this down. He's going to get some shots tagged in, but not able to finish it. He's going to get, he's out of bullets actually. He's going to finally get taken out. The players that were pushing water side did get taken out from Minnesota Finest. And now Pickuppers are going to be able to rack up some time here, you would think, on P2. As they have held spawns for the time being. P2 is going to be laying mid-tracks. He's going to get a 3-piece, couple big kills. That's going to be an early wipe here. As Streaks was the last one alive, he's going to get taken out. And that's a hold for the time being for Pickuppers. Minnesota Finest spawning relatively close. Going to keep on pushing through, but with 30 seconds left, I don't expect them to push too many more times. And now you see number 2. That's going to be C2E trying to push towards next. His team actually spawned relatively close to him, so that's going to be Pickin with a big opportunity here to try to hold things out for his team. But Pickin was actually taken out. So now to me, who's at number 5? To be Skunk rotating, trying to hold things out for his teammates. He didn't give away his position though. As it was basically a perfect hold for Pickuppers there on P2. Minnesota Finest is already sort of set up as Julesy took out Skunk in back, so it was a big-time kill as they are going to have spawns for the time being. Tommy trying to play in a cheeky little corner here, but something to watch out for as I think it's Viper out towards Woods. Pickin's going to try to take him out, but that's going to be a gunfight win for Viper. As Streaks is last on the hill, he's going to almost get 2, but he's going to get taken out, and that's going to be a break for Pickuppers as already very competitive match we see here. Timey starting a little bit slow, 3 and 6. Pickin 3 and 8. And Minnesota Finest has to be careful here. They don't want to give away too much time on this hill. They are going to be able to fight back in. You'd think they're going to be able to get at least most of the scrap time here. As we're going to have a big gunfight coming up. As Viper's going to be at the next hill. He's actually going to lose the gunfight, as that was going to be time it took him out. But the last 10 seconds for the way pickuppers here, as they were not ready to concede that 20 or so seconds. Tommy, that next, he's going to get taken out by Viper. And now this early time for the next hill are going to go the way of pickuppers. As Minnesota Finest is airing the side of holding spawn for P5, which is the big time money hill. This hill, usually pretty contest heavy, but pickuppers getting all the time thus far. First 15 seconds uncontested. As Streaks didn't really come in with Pickin watching over the top. Streaks get taken out, but Pickin trying to watch over. DJ on the Cole side. Oh, time with some shaky shots there. He's going to have two players to contend with now. As Viper's going to come in. That's going to be a big time kill. Minnesota Finest still holding spawns for now, but this lead is growing rapidly as Pickin finally slows down DJ. And 15 seconds here. 4 Minnesota Finest will be huge. If they get a full 60 in the next hill, that would be basically a tie ball game. Or they actually might have a slight lead even. Good shouldering here by Caesar. He's just playing games. He's going to finally get taken out, but that's going to be about a 50-second lead. Maybe a little bit more for pickuppers here. Minnesota Finest is set up. Watch out for number 9, Caesar. Coming from behind. He's going to find one. He's going to trade it out, but that was a good first kill as trades are going back and forth. P2E trying to fly in through boxes. He's going to get taken out by Jules. A good kill as he was in position to strike there, but there is somebody in behind as Jules is going to find a couple. He's going to finally get traded out as Pickuppers is actually in the hill, but it's going to be basically 5v1 as BCM is the last one in there. He's going to have to play his life for now. Minnesota Finest does not know where Pickuppers are spawning. And that was kind of an unfortunate situation. Minnesota Finest actually did spawn closer. It was a 5v1 to the hill, but they thought Pickuppers had spawned it back, so they were afraid to just fully push in. When they finally decided to, it was a little bit too late. All of Pickuppers players got to get set up and get back into position. And now we see Pickuppers taking a huge lead as it's approaching 70 seconds. Pickin does find two, but Skunk trying to get these rotations. He's going to find one. He does get traded out immediately by Caesar, though, so that's a big-time kill. And now Tommy gets it already. Tommy is in a strange little spot here, but he's going to be able to play his life for now. BC's going to finally take him out. Look at the scoreboard, the slang heavily in favor of Pickuppers, something you don't usually see against Minnesota Finest, a team that is usually leading the way in slang, but a couple players really struggling for him. Crowd season, what's up, brother? And Skunk's going to take out Tommy, who's trying to at least contest a little bit, but this lead approaching 100 points. And this has been a very... oh, that's going to be spawn flipped for Pickuppers as Minnesota Finest has lost spawns. This is looking like GG's already, as maybe the last 20 seconds goes away with Minnesota Finest, but they have lost spawns here. They're just getting outslayed. And this has been an impressive map so far for Pickuppers, playing phenomenal hardpoint. Oh, and Skunk just works Pickin there towards outer oil. Caesar's gonna get taken out by Skunk as well. It's gonna be 5 in a row for him. And Streaks is gonna find one. Can he find any more? He's gonna pull up the knife. He's gonna, oh, could not get the knife kill, but Pickin does get one on the outside, trying to make their way through Water Tower. Great shots by Viper. He takes out Jules. He's gonna find a second. Oh wow! I don't know what gun or what kind of bullets Viper's using here, but he is melting in about 2 bullets. Incredible stuff. As Pickuppers have pushed back the first charge for Minnesota Finest. As this is gonna be a make or break kill. The time continues to add up, and Pickuppers just passes the 200-point mark. And they are looking like a top team here. Looking like the team to beat overall as they are just slaying out at an incredible pace. It'll be 4 down in favor of Minnesota Finest as they finally get some kills going their way. But they're going to need basically perfect hardpoint from here on out. Is Pickuppers is only going to need about 21 more seconds. They have an enormous lead. Even after a really good start by Minnesota Finest, it's been a snowball effect. As Pickuppers has done such a good job of contesting scrap time, flipping spawns relatively early, having great holds. You've seen Minnesota Finest get set up on a couple of occasions, but they haven't been able to hold them at all. He's going to be able to find one crossing. He's probably going to have a second here. He's going to have actually 2 in front of him. As Streaks is going to try to slow this down. That grenade actually didn't hit anything, a little bit strange. Has a decent hold here overall, but Streaks has to hold on for a little bit longer. He's actually going to get pinched, and Pickuppers can win here if they hold the rest of the time. And Skunk finds 3 in boxes, I believe. Minnesota Finest has to push here, but there is somebody at the next hill for Pickuppers, and this looks like it's going to be GG's as nobody is even close. Minnesota Finest, map number 1, going the way of Pickuppers. Aqua, thank you for the follow. Alright, you're good. Thank you for the follow as well. Oh, my God. That was an incredible first map. I have not seen anybody do anything remotely close to that to Minnesota Finest thus far, but Pickuppers came in here, just absolutely cooked. They were all over the place seemingly the entire time. Impressive showing for them here in the first time on the main stream. I have not seen them play yet. I think they may have been on a different stream at some other point, but really impressive showing for them. So they're off to a 1-0 lead in the series. And now we're going to Search and Destroy, another game mode that Minnesota Finest has looked very, very good in. Time to see what they can do. Is 100 Thieves next? Absolutely. They are next on the main channel here. The Sconate, thank you for the follow. That is 1,700 followers. Beautiful. Love to see that. Always great. To reach another milestone is our next milestone. Is going to be 1,800. We actually kind of flew through 1,600, so that's a plus. But I cannot believe what I just saw there. I figured this Pickupper squad was going to be really, really good, but did not expect them to dominate Minnesota Finest like that. Really incredible stuff. Alex, thank you for the follow as well. Appreciate that very, very much. Oh, that's right. That's right. They had the incredible comeback. Okay. I do remember hearing about that now. I do recall hearing about that. But that was a really great showing. What's the map pool? I have not heard, Cryo. I didn't ask them ahead of time. But I guess I could check with them, but it's kind of too late now. All right, I think we're going to get rolling here. Do I have the teams right? I believe I do. Yeah, I do. We're going to Arklov Peak, Search and Destroy. A big-time map for Minnesota Finest. They don't want to go down 0-2 to a team like this. But here we go. This will be, I'm assuming, a really incredible map. The first one was not overly close, but we're going to have Pickupper starting on offense first. It looks like they might be pushing that B site. Minnesota Finest kind of sprawling out in a pretty standard setup here. Going to be one top house, one looking over the trench side, and then 3 over towards A, but it's actually going to be an A hit after all. I thought they were kind of erring on the side of B, but Timey might find a player here. I don't think Viper's elbow yet. Viper's getting some shots in at Pickens. Streaks to get first one with the sniper, though. Is Timey still holding his ground? Has not given away his position yet. Pickens to find first one, or I'm sorry, second kill on Viper. That's going to be already a 5-3 life advantage. Phoenix, thank you for the follow. And DJ just trying to find any type of over peak here, but Minnesota Finest can play this very patiently. DJ does not know someone's there for Minnesota Finest, as he just hanging out inside of Broken there. There's actually one mid-map. Skunk's going to find Pickin. And this could be such a huge flank for the player in Broken if he times this right, but he's just playing patiently. Now it's going to be Timey. And Snipe comes in. He's actually going to get the snipe on DJ. It's going to be a huge kill. As now it's going to be a 4v2. And that's going to be a kill for Cedar on around the other side of the map. Finally, Timey pops out and gets one of the last kills there. But that's a perfect start there for Minnesota Finest. Only dropped, I believe, 1 player. A very good defense, but getting a solid defensive hold on this map. Not overly crazy. I mean, this is definitely a defensive-heavy map. If you're on, well, that's going to be a B push for the side of Minnesota Finest. As DJ is going to be getting all kinds of damage on people, but cannot finish off the kills, as they are going to be into the B site. As BCM is going to find the first one, and we see a big-time flank coming out of, who is this? That's going to be Skunk, trying to wrap all the way behind. Pickens got to watch behind him. He's probably going to get shot in the back momentarily. I don't think Pickens... Oh, he did not hear him. His Timey did find one. That's going to be 3v3. I'm sorry, 3v2 now. Timey and Julesy, last 2 alive. Shots going down. Timey sees this player. He just can't get a good angle with the MP5 here. Maybe the old MP5 would have gotten this kill pretty easily, but he's going to have to just play patiently for now. As he's going to get picked by Skunk. Bomb's going to go down. Julesy going to have to clutch 1v3. He's actually going to get taken out immediately by DJ. That's going to be round number 1 for Pickuppers. The Jester, thank you for the follow as well. All right, back and forth we go. First 2 defensive holds, very, very strong. I don't think we had a sniper on the side of Pickuppers, but the ARs were just locking things down. Obviously, we saw Skunk with the big-time flank, causing all kinds of issues. I think he got 2 in that round. Now we're going to see a defense and push once again as Streaks is going to be watching down. Oh, he's going to find first one on Viper. He doesn't realize there's a second one there, I don't think. Well, he's going to now, as Pickens actually going to pick up that player. And Skunk's pushing up. He's going to be able to find a kill here, you would think. Picken's actually going to find another one. Skunk does finally respond by taking out Picken, but Streaks is going to snipe Skunk. Now it's going to be a 3v1 as BCM's the last one alive, and he's just sitting mid-map. His position is now revealed as he, I think, fired at, who was that? Caesar, I believe. And now it's just going to be the collapse for Minnesota Finest, as I'm trying to switch to... There we go, finally. He's going to be flanked shortly here. Bomb's down in a bad spot. I believe Minnesota Finest knows where it is. It's only a matter of time till things fall apart. As soon as he goes towards the bomb, he's going to get shot in the back. He has to go at some point. There's the kill. And that's going to be a 2-1 lead for Minnesota Finest. T-Dizzy, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. All right, but that's another solid defensive round out of Minnesota Finest. As so far, they are 2 for 2 on defense. Timey, I think, get some shots in on BCM, but on the other side of the map, that's going to be 3 down in favor of Minnesota Finest, as this offense looks like it's going to be very, very successful. As DJ is the only one here. We do see BCM working his way back. That's going to be 2 for DJ. I wish I could switch to, but the podcaster is so slow. 3v2. I think you did see the sniper out of Timey, or I'm sorry, of Streaks, as he actually gets hit markered. And the bomb not going down yet, is actually down just in front of the bomb site. But that's going to be a great kill by Timey. He times that perfectly. Last player for Pickuppers is on the bomb. That's going to be a kill for Caesar, and that's round number 3 for Minnesota's Finest. Back and forth we go. So we now see Pickuppers on offense once again. They have not had a successful offense thus far, but they're going to be pushing towards B. Caesar, the lone person here, he's going to get some information. He's going to find one. Can he find any more? Just, actually, no one was even there to trade him up for Pickuppers, so that's a perfect play for Caesar's time. He's going to find another one. That was mid-map. Julie's going to find one. Streaks finds one. That's a 5v1 as BCM is the last one alive. Picking, trying to find the angle on him. He's going to hear him creeping below him. He's going to get the kill. And that's going to be a 5-0 wipe as Minnesota Finest is up 4-1 now. Definitely trying to tie up the series after a ugly map number 1. Man, but their search and destroy is looking dominant here thus far. 2 teams that I really want to see play search against each other is Nova Core Gaming and Minnesota Finest. 2 very, very good search teams, and I would really love to see that. Looks like Pickuppers may be more of a respawn team, but with the 3 of the first 4 being respawn, definitely they should feel pretty comfortable in the majority of series they play. But we have seen big comebacks from them in the past in search and destroy, as Viper's going to be laying on the hill here trying to find anything he can. BCM's going to find Timey. Viper feeling the pressure. He's going to get, some shots in on him. He's going to stay alive for now. Nick with the big kill. Juicy with the big kill. That's going to be a 3v3. As Minnesota Finest has responded with a couple of their own. C2E trying to play his life here. He is still wearing the collar. No kills for him. You just see Skunk play. He's in a big position here to try to make something happen. Nobody knows he's here. Minnesota Finest is waiting for some type of opportunity or a pick or something. But this player, Pickin, he's going to be the important player to watch for Minnesota Finest. He's watching the flank, but if he's not careful, that may allow Skunk to shoot his teammates in the back here. As time is running down, and this is going to be the play right here. Oh my god, I can't get to it, Skunk. There's going to be one. He's going to... Oh, he's not shooting yet. He's going to get the shots in right before the bomb is planted. That's a great play. It's not going to be enough time to plant the bomb. Such a headsy play there by C2, or by, I'm sorry, who was that? Skunk. As not going to be enough time, and that's the round for Pickuppers. Just a really headsy play. Had he killed the player on the bomb there a little bit earlier, would have been potentially enough time for some fluky things to happen. But just great discipline there to wait till he was close to planting it. Allowed the time to run out a little bit more. And this is a important round for both squads. Minnesota Finest trying to get that 3-round lead back up again, or a cushion. Pickuppers trying to close it to within 1. C2E pushing mid-map, still no kills. I'm going to be watching for when this happens. He's not going to hit anything in that dark alley there. As he doesn't find first blood on Julesy. And you do see the push coming in for pickuppers as they're starting to rotate towards the bomb, but they're going to choose to go towards the outside as they did actually take out the Minnesota Finals player there. CJ's going to find one. It's going to be a good trade as BCM takes him out. That's going to be a 4v3. This player from Minnesota Finals that's trying to go towards Rock Pickin', that's a big-time kill as I think he dropped the bomb carrier right outside of that window. So all he has to do is play safe right there. Tommy's going to find one on the front side, takes out CTE. Viper responds with one, 2v2. And these players from Minnesota Finals are going to kind of have pickuppers trapped a little bit. DJ's got to find... Oh, Streaks finds Viper, the sniper, 2v1. That's all the information that Pickin needs. DJ's trying to find him. With 19 seconds left, there's not a whole lot of time left. Good job by the side of Pickin to stay alive there. I think DJ probably heard this player. He's going to be sitting in the corner here. Can you find the timing? DJ does win the gunfight. And if you're Pickin... Oh, Pickin's got to be careful. He's going to decide to wait, and that's going to be a great play, as he's going to back down, and that's going to be another round for Minnesota Finance, as they are now one round away from tying this series up at 1 apiece. And I was a little bit worried there. That was a really good play by the pickuppers player. I don't remember who it was, but a great play there to try to find Pickin. But in that situation, you usually want to just try and wait. You don't want to get caught out and get killed right before the time expires. I think it was BCM, or no, sorry, it was DJ. He actually read that really, really well, and Pickin was about a split second away from showing himself. So, impressive self-control. Sure, his teammates were telling him, stay where you are, but 5v2. Pickuppers on defense. Viper sitting in the same spot he was last defensive round. Pickin's trying to find him. He may have an angle here shortly. I think he's going to be just cut off by the broken building. As the bomb is rotating B, this is a really good play as everyone for pickuppers is here. There's no one for pickuppers over towards B. Minnesota Finest can just push this. As this is a really smart play. DJ does find a first blood, but it may not. It may be more beneficial for Minnesota Finest just to go and get the bomb down. Nobody's over here. As Streaks and Timey find a couple, that is huge. As I think it was Timey that came all the way around, came on the flank. That's going to be a 4v2 with the bomb getting planted. This is, you would think, the map for Minnesota Finest, barring something absolutely crazy by BCM and Skunk. But that was a phenomenal fake. Streak snipe Skunk. BCM's going to find one. Can he play his life? He did see Pickin, I believe. That's going to be some great shots. He takes out Pickin 2v1. And that's going to be, he over peaks there, gets taken out. And that's going to be a 6-2 win for Minnesota Finest. Man, what a map. Oof, good shot there by Streaks as he made a huge impact with the sniper that map. Really impressive stuff. There were so many rounds where he got at least 1 or 2 picks. You didn't see a lot of first bloods, but really he made the major plays by kind of equalizing rounds where pickuppers had the early life advantage. I definitely recall, I think it was maybe 2 or 3 rounds before that. Well, I guess it'd be 2 or 4 rounds before that, where it was like 2 down in favor of pickuppers, 5v3, and then Streaks answered with a snipe. I think it was Pickin found a pick as well, and then the entire round flipped on its head just off of that return serve from Minnesota Finest. So really impressive job there for the side of Minnesota Finest to equalize the series. Streaks, an important player there. We saw Tommy with some big-time flanks. Overall, a great series we are seeing here so far, but a great response for the side of Minnesota Finest as they looked kind of vulnerable in that hard point. And yes, it is 1-1, Spencer. They kind of got their butts whooped a little bit in map number 1. It was not very pretty. I cannot lie. But this is a huge map here. I'm a little bit afraid for the side of Minnesota Finest, because man, that first hard point was brutal. But we have seen teams that do seem to thrive in domination and maybe aren't a great hardpoint team. That's not at all what I'm trying to say about Minnesota Finest, because they've looked really good in hardpoint so far this season, but they kind of just got wiped by pickuppers there. Responded obviously with a great search and destroy, but Dom may favor them in their decision making, their in-game strategy changes and whatever else may favor them a little bit more than Hardpoint would. Hardpoint seems to be a lot more about slang. Dom seems to be a lot more about teamwork and pushing things at the same time, making those correct shot calls and then following up to a T. So really curious to see what either team can do here, but we definitely know slang in respawns is not a problem for the side of pickuppers. But what can Minnesota Finest do here in response? Cryo, that's probably that's a great question. There you go. Now you're modded, brother. Oof. Jaden just giving him hell. That's tough. Wow, the chat is getting colorful currently. I think we're just about good to go here, and then we're going to get into an important map number 3. All right, chat. Who do you guys think is going to win this map? This is a huge one. Jaden, Knight's going pretty well. Glad we got a competitive match here. I've seen a couple blowouts recently, so happy to see a competitive series thus far. Hopefully you guys are ready for this weekend. It looks like we're going to have a lot of matches, as another slow early week here, as we've only had, this is actually our 4th of the week thus far. So, I'm sorry, 5th, because I forgot that Furious Steel did end up playing last night. So, actually, nope, 4th. I already had him on the schedule. Who am I kidding? So, a lot of matches this weekend. Hopefully you guys are busy, or ready to be busy, ready to cast, because it's going to be hectic, I assume. I wish I was going to be able to be in town for it, but... Okay, so we got 2 with Minnesota Finest. We got pickuppers. Man, I don't even know where or who I can favor here. I think it's going to be really, really close. Part of me thinks the slang is going to take over for pickuppers, a lot like map number 1. But with the strategy here, I can't remember how Minnesota Finest looks in domination. I don't think they've really been tested too much yet. But this is going to be a really big test for them for sure. You got time? Beautiful. Beautiful. I will do what I kind of say on top of the casting schedule, but I won't have my computer with me when I'm gone, so I might just hit you guys up in the channel and go from there. Yeah, I definitely agree, Cryo. If they take their time, because they are very good at teamwork, that seems to be one of their best traits. Always getting trades, always calling things out the correct way. Obviously, they have good individual talent as well. But just, being able to do the small things correctly is a big part of being a good team in this game. So we're going to hop right into it here. It's actually going to be pickuppers spawning on the preferred side. So they're going to try to get themselves a lead here. That's kind of a blessing and a disguise for each team, as Pickett's going to find Skunk with the grenade kill to start things off. He seems to find timing towards the mid. Viper's going to find with one of his own. Pickett is going to get a second, as we see Streaks trying to push this mid-map area. He'll find one, barely. And that's going to be 4 down in favor of Minnesota Finest. Want to see them hop on this B flag. I can't remember who I was casting the other day, but they were very hesitant about getting onto B, and it cost them a handful of times, and they give up a lot of time because of it. That's going to be a good start for MNsF Finest as we see Streaks trying to go for BCM on the backside, who's going to get the kill. And now we see Pickuppers with full control over on B. They should be able to get it. And some MNsF Finest maybe overextend towards C as they got picked off. But that's not going to last for long as now A was actually neutralized. And now you're going to see Pickuppers probably be able to pick up some decent time here. BCM's going to find a couple. Good trade as Streaks takes out him. And Timmy's going to take out C2E as well. And that's going to be 3 down. Viper's going to be all the way back with Skunk watching over this C flag. C2E is actually going to take out a teammate with that grenade, so a little bit rough there. He's going to get taken out by Timmy. Good shots. And they're trying to get some mid-map presence here. As B is going to be neutralized, and it's going to be grabbed just like that, but A on the other side has spawns flipped, or Pickuppers just sprint over there. They had 2 players last on the map, and it looks like MNsF Finest is going to be rotating in back, but look who's back there. Viper still all the way in back. This is a really odd hold here for Pickuppers. But C still in their hands. They are basically selling out to not lose C, which I think is smart, but at times may put them at a disadvantage. The Streaks is going to be in bottom of Cafe, picking up kills. Skunk will actually shut him down, but that's still a solid A-B hold here. I think overall from MNsF Finest, you have to be pretty happy about what's going on. You haven't gotten to flip spawns at all yet. You've gotten B a couple times as Julesy hands towards mid-map. He's going to get shot at. He's going to stay alive for now. A little bit odd. I think he's going to be shot in the back, do we think here? Finally, BCM's going to be able to get him. Caesar's going to take out DJ by A as they just continue to send people over there to try to open up this B area. But every time, MNsF Finest does a good job of responding there. As Pickuppers is struggling to really get any presence towards mid-map. And that's a big reason, or a big part of that is because of Pick, and he's sitting there 5-3. He's playing great. But also because they are constantly at a numbers disadvantage due to having 1 or 2 players always in back. And C2E is going to take out Caesar. I think that was probably because of the look-down glitch where you slide cancel after... Oh, great shot to BCM as he takes out 1. Juicy's going to find 2. He's not going to find the 3rd, but he actually did stop the capture B for now, as it's going to finally go in the way of Pickuppers. But Caesar and co are going to pick up a couple players towards mid-map, as well as B's probably going to be neutralized again. There's only 1 there for Pickuppers, and he may have actually done the job as a CTE, I believe. Or C2E. That's CTE. Nothing about concussion protocol in that name. Trying to get towards mid-map here, but Skunk's be in the top window is a great shot, so he takes out Tommy. He's going to be able to play his life for now. Pickett's actually going to try to get in top hazard. It's a good position to be in. It makes me lose full for sure. I don't play comp very much anymore, but it drives me crazy in Warzone. As there are only 2 players pull the side of Pickuppers towards B, but they're going to get a couple important kills as Pickin trying to find people off spawn. And the lead, only 8 points for Pickuppers here. I think if you're MNsF Finest, you have to feel very, very happy about what's going on here. You haven't had the C side. A, once again, going to be neutralized. But that's going to be a big shift here. Pickuppers get the important kills. They're going to be able to neutralize B. They're going to be able to get B. A is actually in nobody's hands at the moment. Finally, it's going to go back to MNsF Finest. This lead may grow quickly as Beastian is still over by A. He is just causing all kinds of issues as this lead may skyrocket before halftime. Great gunfight won there by Caesar. As this lead, if it continues on this pace, maybe like a 20-point lead going into the half versus what was looking like single digits. Once again, Pickuppers just continually send players towards A. They want to make MNsF Finest as uncomfortable as possible, and that's what they've done so far. Lead about to reach 20 points. Should be able to get to about 21 as the final tick will come in just before the half here. And that's going to be a 21-point lead for Pickuppers in what looked like was going to be a really close first half, but an impressive finish there. A flurry of points. But here we go. Let's see if MNsF Finest can hold that C spawn. Pickuppers, like I said, basically sold out to hold it, but they did such a good job. They didn't really worry about B until that they had a player sneak through towards A, neutralize that. Tommy finds a couple with a car bomb there. Great start for MNsF already. They're going to be able to get B. BCM's able to fly out. He's able to find one. He's going to get taken out. Great trade there. And Caesar won an important gunfight. But a good start here for MNsF. And we actually do see Skunk for Pickuppers, who's once again going to be airing on the side of the enemy team's home flag. He's going to try to get him back. I'm curious if MNsF is going to be able to realize this. Yep, top restaurant is very important. And DJ is going to bait out Julesy. Juliesy's going to get taken out. Pickett's going to be up top. Oh, great trades there as Streaks flies in as well. That's going to be neutralized B. Going to go in the hands of Pickuppers, who think Caesar's going to... Oh, not there yet, but finally. Good help for BCM over the top. I'm curious as to what Pickuppers is going to do here to try to keep MNsF off balance. They did such a good job on the other side, just always having a presence towards A. And it looks like Skunk's going to do the exact same thing once again, as he's going to take it out by Pickin. Big time kill. Trying to open up things a little bit for his squad as you see Pickup responding way back. BCM's going to find us. Oh my gosh, he finds another kill as well. As DJ finds one. Caesar finds one on the other side. He's actually towards B. He's just going to rotate through. Julesie's going to find one. He's going to respond right away as Caesar's trying to find Skunk. Tommy finds one. Back and forth we go. A lot of trades, but unfortunately trades aren't really going to work out for MNsF. They have to get a couple waves down here to finally bring themselves back into it. They can hold the 2-cap and bring themselves back, but they have to do a better job of locating Skunk. He's the one that's constantly been trying to sneak through, finding weak spots in MNsF setup, and he always gets in just really unfortunate positions. You need to find a way to not let him get past that halfway point of the map, because when he does, he just causes issues. That's going to be a couple down in favor of Pickuppers. They're working their way towards B. Looks like they aren't really going to try to send anybody towards C yet. What they're not going to have to is B is just going to be wide open due to some big gunfight wins. As Pickens going to find two, one with a grenade, and Tommy finds one as well. Tommy's going to find another, and Caesar's going to find the fifth. And that's going to be B once again locked down for MNsF as this lead continues to drop down to 17 points. As they are holding strong, Tommy on this bus here is in a really strong position. Watching over this left side as the lead continues to shrink. They get some shots in as that player for Pickuppers baited out the shots. Tommy avoiding that grenade, very impressive. But we do see another person pushing through mid-tracks. As Jules is trying to neutralize A, this is a great play by him. But spawns might have flipped. I don't know where someone just... Okay, so spawns are still in favor of MNsF for now. One player spawned there. Who was back there? I think it was Pickin, who was trying to sprint for the back, but he's going to get taken out. Spawns have flipped now, I believe. Julesy could get some good timing here. He's going to find one. Actually kept C from getting captured, but it's still B in favor of MNsF. A is in favor of Pickuppers here. I'm curious as... Oh, they have to push this player out together. They have to find him. And they're going to do it. Julesy, good play there as it leads down to 5 points. Julesy, can he find this player outside? He's going to get taken out by DJ. Lead down to 4. Caesar here's someone down below him. Can he get these kills? B's going to be neutralized. Good shots there by Caesar. Lead only 3. Under a minute left. If they kill this player in mid, that's going to be a chance to get B back. Julesy finds another one. Coming from behind is C2E. That's going to be B. 2-point lead. Comeback is in full swing. A's being neutralized at the moment. Huge play here by, I think that is Streaks. No points are coming in for Pickuppers right now. This is looking really scary for them. They have to find a way to get to C. That's going to be DJ going for it. There's one player back there. It's going to be Streaks trying to respond on C here. A finally, nope, not back in the hands of Pickuppers yet. Big gunfight win as they finally take out the player towards C. C back in their control. A back in Pickuppers control. B still in favor of MNsF. There's actually one player there. It's Pickin. As he's going to try to neutralize A. This looks like a MNsF win as they are really thriving down the stretch here. This is going to take a miracle for Pickuppers. There's just so much control from MNsF. That's going to be 4 down, though. But is there enough time? They almost have to triple cap at this point. That's going to be... Oh, are they going to be able to do it? They are getting the triple cap right now. Time is winding down. 11-point lead for MNsF. I don't even know if there's enough time. Are they going to be able to get... Oh, my gosh. Julesy has to get a kill here. He's going to lose the gunfight. Pickin wins it. Is this enough time? Only one more tick's going to come in. That's going to be MNsF map win. Wow. I was trying to do the quick math there, and I couldn't tell how many ticks were going to come in for Minnesota Finest, for Pickuppers, but an impressive push there with, I think it was like, was it? Like 30 or 40 seconds left. They had A and B. They got a couple down. They sent one towards A to neutralize it. That was neutralized for like 10 to 15 seconds, and that was huge. They didn't ever get the triple cap, but they had actually a second person towards A as the players for Pickuppers had to scramble to try to lock down A. As soon as Pickin responded with one, he neutralized it again. And if it weren't for a 5 down there, that map would have been a 15 to 20 point win towards the end for Minnesota Finest. But kudos to Pickuppers for making it as close as they did. Made it a scramble at the end. Yeah, I thought there were 12 seconds left when they got the 3 cap. I was obviously wrong by a little bit, but I thought they had a 4th tick coming in. Obviously, I was not right, but thought it was 12 seconds. But it looks like we're going to a Ramaza hard point, as we saw the side of Pickuppers look very, very good in the first hard point, but now they are facing a deficit after 2 straight map wins from Minnesota Finest, and that domination did not disappoint. Very, very close. I swear to God, every time it's a close domination, the last minute is just absolute chaos. And it's each half teams start to take chances. It's just back and forth captures and in defense and neutralizations, everything else. So it's generally crazy, but that did not disappoint there. As it looks like we're going to see Minnesota Finest now spawning or picking the good side on Ramaza. A map where the good side, unfortunately, I think this is one of the maps where spawning on good side isn't that huge of an advantage. This map usually ping-pongs back and forth a lot, but on some of the maps, it's a little bit easier to try to lock down time on P1. But I think on this map, it's a little bit easier to break spawns early. Hackney is not that it's really hard to break spawns quickly. Gunrunner, I think it's hard to break spawns quickly. This map just really isn't one of those maps. It's very hard to find a way to push all the way through. I'm sorry, it's pretty easy to find an opening towards ammo and find a way to kind of sneak your way through and camp and back. And it's also easy to, at the very least, contest time, even if you don't have a ton of teammates there. So it's kind of hard to lock down time. But if you do find ways to string together, the first 2 hills, you're sitting really pretty. And Cryo, I actually like Ramaza Hardpoint. I think it's a cool map. I think it's really even, and it lends itself to some close maps. Just because it's kind of easy to, chalk one, go get set up, get a lot of time on the upcoming hill, and that strategy just kind of goes back and forth. But it's a good map, in my opinion, for obviously the 2 maps that are played, or the 2 game types that are played on it. But I'm excited to see what happens here. Very balanced map, but to me, this entire map is going to come down to the first 2 hills. If Minnesota Finest finds a way to get some time, try to split time on P1 while also holding spawns for P2 and getting, like a full 50, 60, something like that, they're going to be on cruise control, I think. But if they get broken early, I don't really know what to expect. I think Pickuppers at that point will be kind of flying with confidence, and they'll be able to just coast to a map 4 win, but we shall see. Yeah, I feel like Gunrunner as a map isn't bad, but the spawns are terrible, and Hackney is just, I don't know, it's a strange map. It doesn't really make sense to me. It's like small, which I don't hate the fact that it's small, but there's not a lot of flow to it. It's just kind of, I don't know, it's a strange map. But we're going to hop right into it here. Map number 4. Before this map pops, who do we think is going to win? Are we going to see a 3-1 win for Minnesota Finest, or are we going to see a map 5? Is Pickuppers going to push it to a map number 5? Keep in mind that Pickuppers looked very dominant in the first hard point on Minnesota Finest host. So, yeah, it's definitely strange. As we're gonna get a quick restart. I have noticed that a lot recently. Like there's, I think actually in map number 1 here, Minnesota Finest had a good chance to break into P5, but they didn't really know where pickuppers spawned. But they actually spawned woods and basically shot Minnesota Finest players in the back as they were coming to trying to break P5. So no one got the back spawns. It was very strange. But I'm not sure what the issue was. Maybe somebody lagged out, but we're going to get a quick restart here. Yeah, I think in that case, in map 1, it was the side of Minnesota Finest that spawned coal. You saw, well, close coal, and the players for pickuppers actually spawned woods or just in front of crates or something like that. So they were both basically barreling towards the hill as one player for pickuppers was in there. It very well could have been a 5v1 in the hill because Minnesota Finest got there first, but they didn't know where the spawns were coming in. They figured there was a full setup for the side of pickuppers, and that just wasn't the case. So I haven't remotely tried to figure out spawns in this game. It just isn't worth it. I don't play it enough to really care about it. But casting it, you just see people kind of pop up everywhere. It's very crazy, very asinine. And we're to get another restart. Not sure what the issue is, but someone's having a problem. Cryo guessing 250 to 237. Probably not a bad guess. I think we're going to get this figured out shortly here. You would think. Hopefully third time is the charm. I'm not sure what the issue was, but I feel like this is the one. I feel it. I feel like this is the map here. But I really want to see Minnesota Finest look a lot better in this hard point. Cryo, get the chat hyped up. Let's do it. And that's going to be someone else that I lagged out yet again. As we're going to see body shots almost immediately. And I don't know if it's Caesar or who it is, but somebody continues to lag out. It looks like it is Caesar. So not sure if it's a host issue or what's going on, but we're going to get started once again, hopefully, and actually get it to work. And I hope it's not server issues again like last night, because that was not fun. I think we might be getting a host change, hopefully. All right, waiting for, I believe, well, Caesar's in here. Who else are we waiting for? Oh, okay, there's one player. All right. Waiting for someone to get back in, and then we should be able to get rolling. I would hope at least. All right, come on. We're waiting for the 5th here to get going, but I really hope it's not the same server issues as last night. That was not fun to deal with. As finally we get streaks in here, and we should be able to get rolling as soon as you switch teams. There it is, and let's see if it works this time. Colin, what is up, brother? All right, Minnesota Finest up 2-1, winning the last 2 maps. And now we are going to a map 4. This is the game mode that Pickuppers pretty much dominated on map number 1. That was their map pick, so one that they feel very, very comfortable on. But here we have Minnesota Finest pick. We'll see how they respond. Everything's going good, man. Everything's going well. Like Lou Will and Harold off the bench. That's fair. Is everybody in here? I think so. There we go. And I had the team names. Nope, he lagged out again. Well, that's all right. Apparently they switched sides, guys. I'm sorry, I have the names backwards. As that's going to be a team, or 2 grenades on the side of Caesar and Timey. And I'll take out 2 players for Pickuppers. I don't know when these guys switch sides or switch whatever, but looks like Pickuppers is just going to be playing through this as they had a player load in a little bit late. That's going to be early time for Minnesota Finest here, as they haven't been able to get the early time. You do see BCM going for the spawn flip, though. This is what I was worried about with Minnesota Finest. Unfortunately, they didn't have all their players. So now that they have all 5, they should be able to hold this down, and they've done a great job here of being able to hold these spawns. So guys, once again, to reiterate, the names up on top are backwards, so it is actually Minnesota Finest up big early on. So this is a great start for them. They've already, at the very least, gotten the majority of P1, so this is a great start for them. And that's going to be some time, finally, for Pickuppers. Timey's going to be down below trying to at least break up some of this time, but only a couple seconds here for the side of Pickuppers, as we're going to see one player there trying to shut things down. That's going to be DJ. He's going to wait for his teammates as the entry kills are coming in. Timey's going to watch out to his right here. He's actually going to close the door. Smart plays. BTM's going to take out 2. He's actually already 8 and 2, 6 in a row, as this might be an early break for the side of Pickuppers. BCM trying to stay alive for the time being. He's just firing everything. He's going to be able to find 1. He's going to turn it out, though. And now I think Pickuppers does have spawns. But you see, Minnesota Finest is pushing the front, trying to get this timing. Is that going to be 4 down in favor of them? The last one alive is going to be... Oh, actually, there's 2 alive, as DJ's going to be the last one in there. The trades kind of went back and forth. I'm curious if Minnesota Finest did team kill a little bit. And this is a really good response from for Pickuppers. They didn't have spawns, but I think overall, the trade spawns were broken. Minnesota Finest has to be pretty happy about the fact that the time there was kind of split. Not a ton of time from Pickuppers overall. And you do see a wave of Minnesota Finest players in the back here as they're trying to get set up for P3. And ideally for them, if they can get the early time here and allow Pickuppers to flip spawns and then pin them back there for the rotation P4, that is best case scenario. But we'll see here. If that doesn't work, you're definitely expect to see Pickuppers try to pin them back there. And Skunk does get a team kill. Breaking in is Pickuppers for now, but the spawns are still in favor of Minnesota Finest, that they're going to keep spawning close. The lot of time here on a hill that you usually see a lot of flooding, a lot of congestion. Is he's going to find one. He's not going to be able to find a second. The Skunk had some great shots there, but they've already gotten what, like 40 seconds on this hill. So good stuff overall from Minnesota Finest, and they actually should have the ability to break out here. There's really only one person to contest with. It might be Viper that is just at the top rugs there. He's going to get taken up by a great grenade by Timey, and now they're going to work their way through rugs, trying to get to P4. Early time going the way of pickuppers here. I know this mix-up is not great. The team names were correct at one point. I'm not sure when they switched sides, but that's going to be a couple down for Minnesota Finest. As C2E is going to sit in the corner trying to find a good timing. He's going to be able to find Caesar. And that's going to be a great trade by Pickin', as I think Minnesota Finest has been able to break in. They are getting the time, trying to watch the back door, but there's going to be a couple prong attack here as Viper's actually going to get a team kill. Viper's going to find another. Pickin' the last one alive here. Can he pop out in time? I don't believe so. But that's still a solid lead here for Minnesota Finest as they're rotating to P5. And this has been a kind of strange map because no one's really locked much down except for P3 for Minnesota Finest. But everything else has been kind of back and forth. But the early rotation has gone to Minnesota Finest. The vast majority of the hills. Obviously P2, they were early for P3, and now for P5. So Pickuppers has not really been able to break in very often, but that's going to be a 4 down, 5 down, as they are now able to break into P5. So right as I say it, they're going to be able to make something happen. Streaks did take out one, but he's going to get traded out immediately. And now it's Minnesota Finest's chance to break in and try to interrupt this time, as Timey gets some good shots there. Skunk takes on with the grenade, though. And a very strong hold here for Pickuppers as they're trying to tie or take the lead. As they just continue to get waves and waves of kills. DJ playing great in this map. BCM playing very well as well. DJ 19 and 8. And it looks like you do see Minnesota Finest is starting to contest this time. I'm sorry, concede this time. As they're going to get set up for P1. And then probably rotate for P2, try to anchor those spawns. There is somebody back there. But there are a couple players for Pickuppers trying to interrupt this time. And that's going to be 2 down. As Viper's the last one here to try to contest this. Caesar's going to take him out. That's going to be 4 down in favor of Minnesota Finest. As no one's actually in the hill yet. But I don't like what Minnesota Finest is doing here. They have all their players up towards the hill. And they don't have anybody trying to anchor. As Caesar's going to be mid-map. He's going to find a couple kills. He's not really good. He's going to find 2. He's actually on a 3 spree. But just like that, Pickuppers has flipped spawns while they're actually contesting this as well. So a very big mistake for Minnesota Finest. This is the second time they allow it to happen. The first time they got very lucky and it worked out for them. But now I think it's going to be Pickuppers isn't going to be able to hold these spawns. So that's a big time mistake for me. But they are still slaying out immensely. Is Minnesota Finest as this lead's building back up again. They're going to be able to take about a 60-point lead. And actually, I believe they have gotten spawns back. This is a huge play, as this could be the kind of back-to-back kills that can ensure them the win. As there's only one player left, that's going to be Viper. He's going to get taken out. And now you're going to see Pickuppers trying to push through mid-map and also the ammo side. And this is a great couple hills for the side of Minnesota Finest. This time through, they're winning a lot of the early gunfights. Last time they were broken pretty early. Timey's going to find one. He's going to, could not win the second gunfight, but got very close. We're going to see some contested time here as Vita's going to fly in. Can he get another kill? Nope. Treats it to be pre-fire on that, but Viper's going to respond with one of his own. And now Pickuppers is in the hill. Still just under 30 seconds left here. And Skunk's going to take out time with that grenade. That's going to be 3 down. Expect to see Minnesota Finest to rotate here with only 20 seconds left. Early rotation, big gunfight that's going to be happening just outside of rugs. I don't know. Oh, that's going to be DJ's going to shoot, pick into the back. Big time kill. He actually finds 2. There are 2 players from Minnesota Finest there. Timey took out DJ. And now these 2 players for Minnesota Finest are in back, trying to hold things down while the rest of the team is actually going to be cutting players off mid-map. So this is actually going to work out really well. This is the hill they held down so well the first time. Couple early picks for Pickuppers here. They're trying to make their win. BCM's going to find a couple. He gets traded out, though. Skunk is going to take out 2. And Julesy, the last one alive back here. For the time being, he's going to find 2. But luckily, the spawns are close. I expect to see Minnesota Finest try to get as much time as they can here on this hill, as it's going to push them very, very close to the win if they can hold it. Great read there by C2E. He takes out, I think that was Timey in the corner. Skunk's going to find a couple more. And this is a really good job by Pickupers to contest it, to get some time, to not allow Minnesota Finest to rack up a lot of time, as the lead's going to only be pushed up to about 70 or so. Still a very good lead for Minnesota Finest, as they really are only one break away from finishing off this series. So they only need 34 more points. Viper's going to be laying up top. Second story, trying to find any players pushing through. Minnesota Finest trying to find the opening, as they're going to just push this player. Okay, Viper's going to find one. He's going to get traded out. They'll have to be 2 down in favor of Minnesota Finest. Caesar's in a great spot to make a play. If he had that silence, he's going to find one. He's going to get traded out, though, by DJ, but that's an early pressure. As you see Minnesota Finest pushing, they do have time in the hill. They're going to eclipse that 220-point mark. Julesy, last on the hill. Playing the corner. He's going to be able to find one. He's not going to be able to find 2 as Viper takes him out. Only 27 more points. Pick it from the outside, but this is working out really well for Minnesota Finest. DJ does get 2, however. As you see Minnesota Finest just airing the side of rotating. A lot of time here, though, for Pickupers, as they are going to get to about just under 290. Timey trying to play in the corner. He's going to not find a kill. He's trying to display his life now. He's going to get traded out, though. Or taken out, not traded out. As C2E on the backside is going to cause some issues. But this hill was broken pretty early by Pickupers last time. Or, I'm sorry, I think they just rotated last time. But they once again get all the kills here. UDC, Minnesota Finest still in the spawns. They can win it here. Big kill, that's going to be 4 down. 1 player still alive in the ground. That's actually 2 down. As the players from Minnesota Finest are surging through. Only 16 more seconds needed. Skunk, one of the last couple here, but Viper over the top is going to find 3. And that might be an important break here for Pickupers, but if you're Minnesota Finest, just rotate to P1. Lock this down. They've done a pretty good job of getting a lot of the time on P1. First couple of hills. Our first couple of rotations, and that's 1 player that's going to be beasting towards the next hill. And Caesar's going to try to get some scraps on here. I really like this play. Julesie's locking it down on the front side. This is going to be a Minnesota Finest win, barring a crazy push across the map, but they have so much pressure. There's no way Pickupers can get even close to the hill. And that is your series, as Minnesota Finest take it 3-1. I'm just curious if map number 1, maybe they're just not a good gun runner team. But I really thought this series was going to be an upset early on. But man, the side of Minnesota Finest really just took over after that first map. Maybe they just weren't expecting much. Maybe they didn't know very much about this Pickupper squad and kind of underestimated them. But they just came back with vengeance after map number 1 and dominated the rest of the way. I guess I can't say dominated because maps 3 and 4 were very close. But they ended up pulling it out 3-1. Very impressive series. GG's to Pickupers as well, as they look like an absolute force in this division. It's going to be a battle to see who can get that 3rd spot. It looks like the top spot's definitely going the way of Minnesota Finest. Primal GG definitely is going to have something to say about that, but they look like they're locked in pretty heavily for a playoff spot. And then you have some other squads like Furious Steel sitting there. Envision is sitting there as well. So there's going to be a lot of big-time matches coming up here, as this division seems to be, like I said, pretty locked up for first place, but everything else is definitely up for grabs, as you have a lot of teams vying for 2 spots, as really Primal United is really the only team that's not in position to make a push at all. So GG's to both sides here, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out in the chat. I appreciate that. Thank you for keeping everything active. Cryo, you're the best. And that is going to be it for me for this week, I believe, guys. I'm going to be out of town this weekend, so you will be getting a lot of Cryo and Jaden, and you'll see our B stream active a lot as well this weekend, I hope. Morgan, I think, will probably be casting Saturday night, so keep an eye out for the tweets and whenever we have everything up and rolling. But that's going to be a 3-1 win for Minnesota Finest as they take control of Division 1. And you guys have a great rest of your evening.